This is Cool Trains in Montreal, and I'm just going to do a little impromptu video here on my first impressions of the Via LRC coaches, which I just received today. Like literally went to the post office and picked them up less than a few hours ago. And so I have 5 of them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th one is over here. So there's 5 of them. They do have some issues. So first of all, I'd like to say they do look great. They have some really great detail and everything like that. And the couplers are the issue. That's the first thing. So here I have a Cato locomotive. And this is probably the only car that I was able to get it to hook up to. It's the only one. The only car that had that was able to get the installed coupler from the Rapido to work. So now here, as you can see, what happens is the cars don't all free roll. However, this one in the back there does free roll, but the coupler doesn't work. So if I roll that train back and then try to move it forward, there you can see that the free rolling problem is not a problem with that car. It does roll down a slight hill on that layout. The track is not 100% even, but anyways, it's not really a big issue. But what is an issue is that the trains are not coupling at all to each other. And I think I was able to get maybe 2 cars at best to couple up. And I have been very, very hard pressed to find a way to get these 2 to couple. See here, what happens is the cars are running on the rails. This one is pretty decent. It rolls okay. This one seems meh. And the 3rd one over here, it rolls a lot better. But these 2 seem to have issues with the rolling, and they just won't couple no matter what I do. They're also a little difficult to put on the tracks. I mean, but that's probably a function of the design of the cars themselves. And it's not like I'm new to N-scale. I've been doing N-scale now for probably 25-30 years. So yeah, these are a little bit a disappointment in terms of functionality, in terms of, you know, the fact that I finally got some LRC cars. That makes me very happy. And I'm pretty sure that after a little bit of cajoling, I can probably get these to work. But definitely a little bit of a disappointed in that it's not the same as these, say, Ahern cars that right out of the box roll perfectly fine, couple perfectly fine, and roll with an Atlas locomotive perfectly fine. Unfortunately here, with my Via Rail Cato locomotive, I had to really cajole to get these 2 cars, to get this car to couple to the locomotive. Quite frankly, I don't know if it's going to actually work again. It does actually couple, but I think maybe this is going to be the only car that does couple until I find a way to fix whatever is the issue here with the couplers, or just change them out straight up. And I think that's what I'm going to probably have to do. I don't know. Did they couple? Did they end up coupling after a lot of pressure? Huh. But it's not like that happened after a lot of playing around with it, and probably more by accident than anything. So anyways, I just want to say that, yeah, they look really great. I love these cars, but I'm just going to have to find a way to make them work. And I'm kind of disappointed they don't work right out of the box like a lot of the other stuff that I have. Again, I'm probably giving this company a lot of leeway because it is a Canadian company. But if this happened with Atlas, I think I'd be a little bit harder on them. But anyways, since they do a lot of Canadian prototypes, my one thing I would say to them is to use KD couplers or something. Make sure that the quality control is better. You know, if I'm paying $75 for one of these cars, I want to make sure that it works right out of the box. That's really, really my concern, is the money that I'm paying. I want these things to work right out of the box. These Ahern cars here, Go Transit cars that I bought a few years ago, and I say a few years ago, I'm talking probably 20 years ago. They run perfectly. There is nothing that's going to derail those things, and they are hard to get on the track, but once they're there, they stay. These cars, they're hard to put on the track, and I'm thinking that they're probably gonna give me some trouble on curves, which is kind of sad, but anyway. So I will want a little bit of help from people to maybe give me an idea of what I can do in terms of the couplers to fix that, and also maybe what I can do to get the wheels to unstick, maybe to make them a little more free rolling. So if you have these cars and you've made some modifications to them, I would like to know what you did. And I just want to also tell you that this is Atlas Code 80 rail, Code 80 tracks. And I really don't think that that's an issue in terms of these trains, because everything else that I run on these Code 80 tracks runs pretty well. Nothing else has a problem. So I'm thinking that there's a modification or several modifications I have to do with these cars to get them to couple up properly with my Kato locomotive and to get them to run flawlessly around curves. So if anyone has some suggestions, I would like to see that done as a video maybe, or if you could leave a few comments in the bottom, it'd be great. Thank you very much, and please subscribe to Cool Trains in Montreal. Have a good day.